Hello, my name is Howard Rosenblum. This is my side name. I'm the new Chief Executive Officer, CEO of NAD, National Association for the Deaf. Thank you for allowing me to come here and join you in your town hall meeting to discuss the crisis of deaf schools. It's a very important issue that affects all states in the United States. Thank you for taking the time and the effort to come together and discuss these ideas of how to protect and cherish our children of the future. These children are our future. They're our future leaders. Without fighting now, our future does not look good for our country, our NAD. Right now, you're all looking at a bunch of issues about protecting our culture, our education for our children. There's many areas right now, deaf schools, that are looking at serious closures, like New York. 4021 system fully transferred. We were able to fight and protect and prevent that from happening. Other schools are struggling, like Kansas. Many places aren't worried about closures, but more so budget cuts, like California, Missouri, Kentucky, Florida, and all other places. We can't allow that to happen. We can't just let these things happen without our input. Our community needs to have involvement in this and make decisions. Education in the states, and we need to. They can't make decisions without our input. So what should we do now? I'm going to suggest looking at the three-prong approach. The first prong is financial. Second is legal, and third is political. Before I go on, we should have a look at the NAD position statement on deaf institutions. It's a very important thing. That position statement you can find. The NAD position statement you can find right here at this link. Now I'm going to look at these three prongs. First one financial, second one legal, third one political. For all the states looking at closures and budget cuts, do they do it because they hate children? No. It's all about the money. Political are looking at the budget cuts for which if you cut this program, it'll cause public outcry, so they don't want to do that. They will look at things that they can cut that won't cause a lot of outcry. So financial is looking at cuts. Political is more so worried about people freaking out. For the financial aspect, people think that if they cut and close these schools that they're saving money, but in reality they aren't. How is that possible? Deaf institutions close, all the students go other places, and it's awful to be isolated, to be alone in a deaf person in a hearing program. But if a deaf student's alone, how are they going to learn a language? that they need to learn ASL, and they can't do that. You can't learn it through an interpreter. You can't teach it through interpreting. It's not possible. So if all these deaf students are all over the place, a teacher needs to travel to meet with them one-on-one, and that's very expensive. You need to keep students all together so you can just teach them all at once. So if you tell them that by cutting these programs and closing these schools, you aren't saving money. That's number one. Political. Financial means cutting. So you have to be active in politics and meet with your representatives. Meet with your... I want you to meet with them so you can tell them So you should meet with them and say, hey, you represent me. This is what I want. I want you to keep deaf schools open so they can learn. If you inform them that you need to keep deaf schools open, meet with them regularly. You can't just do it once, you have to do it regularly. Meet with them constantly. The third one is legal. If there's a problem in a school, the parents have to take legal action. The parents have the right to sue the school if something were to happen. The deaf community cannot. So you have to educate the parents. Doesn't matter if they're deaf or hearing. Keep them active in the state and you need to really teach the parents so that they know the issues involved. There's a broad range of things. Some parents choose to mainstream their kids, and that's fine. But on the other side of that aspect, there's deaf institutes, and so if they close the deaf schools, they lose that. It's illegal. You have the right to a deaf education at a deaf institute. You have that broad range of options. So if they close one of those off, that's illegal. So the 3 prongs again were inform them that you're not saving money by cutting or closing schools. Political side of it, you need to inform and keep bugging them about the issues and pressuring them so that they understand. It doesn't mean that I want you to meet violently with them, but Just meet with them respectfully and inform them of what you want. NID will work with you to create a list to advise you in these sort of situations. And the third one is legal, so you have to remind them that they can't close schools. You have the option to choose where you want to go to school. So you need to protect these institutes. It's not going to be easy. It's not simple. But we need to fight this for years to come. It means we need to be persistent and stubborn and keep bothering them and not give up. We need to keep this up forever. Thank you for allowing me to present this to you. And know that NID supports you in cherishing deaf institutes. Thank you.